Welcome to Pact, the podcast for challenger marketeers. I'm Lisa, Fight Club's head of marketing, and in this show, our experts dissect how the not-so-big outsmart the giants. Get ready for conversations that are right to the point, inspiring, and packed with learnings you won't hear anywhere else.
Hi everyone, welcome at Pact, the podcast. My name is Maarten de Jong from Fight Club. Over more than 10 years experience in B2B commerce and digital growth, helping all kind of customers in achieving their digital goals and implementing all kind of processes combined with their e-commerce stores. Processes like data management, finance processes, logistic processes, and all kind of stuff.
Nice to meet you, Maarten. I'm Glenn from Take the Lead, and we build digital commerce solutions for both B2C and B2B retailers and manufacturers, and we support them in their digital retail challenges.
Today, we want to talk about a lot of e-commerce teams are dealing with it right now, and that's the Shopify Winter Editions 26. So we want to discuss the next 5 updates with you. Update 1 is the Shopify AI announcements, Sidekick as the AI coworker. The second one is agentic commerce, selling directly inside AI chats. The third one is storefront testing, so testing with native A/B testing tools and shopping simulation. The fourth one is talking about the B2B global expansion in Shopify. Especially the market-specific accounts, B2B checkouts and integrations. And the fifth one is there are a lot of new native Shopify B2B tools where we can talk about.
So Maarten, update number 1?
Update number 1 is Shopify using Sidekick as your coworker in your day-to-day operations.
Okay, in one sentence, can you explain it? What's the advantage?
Well, the biggest advantage is that you can talk or filling in prompts in Sidekick, which is the AI agent of Shopify, and ask a question, and it can directly give you an answer you are looking for. So you don't have to search in settings or in product data or in order data. Just ask the question, and Sidekick is providing you the right answer you are looking for.
For a B2B'er, what pain can it solve?
Well, one of the things which I already have implemented with some other customers is that with the AI tool, we built a very simple app, and that app is providing on a daily basis information of the goods selling items. So with one push of the button, open the app and set execute, and then it provides you the information you are looking for. And this is one example, but you can think about all kind of other examples to build, for example, alerts of low stock. So when you start selling, and it's always the case that good selling items are probably not always on stock. So set up a workflow that the system is alerting the business people when they need to purchase new stock for future selling.
So can I see it already as a full AI-driven coworker?
It is definitely fully AI-driven, and it can really help business teams, but also the IT teams. Because if you want to change something in Shopify, in the storefront code, you can also ask a question to Sidekick. Hey, Sidekick, can you help me with this, this, and this? And Sidekick is then looking in all kind of help docs and providing you the information you are looking for.
So it's not just an analytics tool; it's also development.
Yes, it has several skills, and it is improving every week, every month. So it's actually 5 topics. I think it's based for content, so you can change content. You can ask to create product descriptions. You can ask to create images, to improve images. So content-wise. Second, it can help you with code changes. It can help you with really front-end changes, change the color scheme. And it can even help business teams to say, okay, create a discount code which will start tomorrow and give all the items in one category 10% discount.
So I remember anything to improve sales and get the sales rating
I think
up.
that's in general. Business teams, finance teams, IT teams, operations can use Sidekick to help them run their business, and also to all kind of repetitive tasks, automate those tasks with Sidekick. And the biggest advantage of that is that it will save time, it will save hours for the business teams, so they can spend that time to other important topics.
Can we use it today?
Yes, it's already there, it's already in the system, and like I said, it's improving every week. You may or may not know, but on a daily basis, there are between 1,500, 2,000 developers working on the platform of Shopify, and there's a big team is working also on Sidekick with AI, so it's improving on a daily basis.
It's already impressive, but I'm definitely looking forward to future development.
Yeah, I think for B2B commerce people and also for B2C, it's really a must-have to start using it directly. And it's very simple. You can start using it with a very simple prompt and test it. That's my advice. Going to test it. Ask the question and see what you can do with the answer.
Okay, I remember. Just get into it, adopt it, and make it your next coworker.
Right. Start small testing, and then expand it with all kind of other topics. Update 2 was about agentic commerce.
Selling directly into AI.
Is that the future?
Well, it's always an open discussion. It's definitely the future. It's a future, but it's the same trend we saw a few years ago with marketplaces. Yet again, it's another marketplace. But what does it mean? Yeah, it's selling and purchasing directly into AI agents, like ChatGPT, for example. It enables in a co-creation and a partnership between ChatGPT in the first steps now and Shopify, where you are able to publish your products within ChatGPT, and so users who are looking for a white sneakers will now be able to purchase a white sneaker directly with their MasterCard or their credit card from ChatGPT. No contact with you directly, but the whole shopping is done through Shopify back to your backend.
So it's actually for the merchants a new sales channel.
Exactly, it's basically just another sales channel. So when it comes to complexity, there's not much to it. But of course, we'll have to see how the future runs out. Definitely, there's going to be some challenges. We know from our experiences in retail, it's not sure how it will end up with returns, refunds, and so on. But the most important thing here is it opens a new market, and especially the younger generation who adopted AI in the past few years really widely. It's definitely something we have to take into account when adopting new channels.
Yeah. So at this moment, it's actually more a topic which we need to see how it will evolve and how it will go and how it will adapt by consumers or B2B merchants or B2B customers. Because I heard that it was not already available at this moment in Europe, isn't it?
Correct. And it's very alpha beta like. We have to look out on what it's gonna give to the markets. We have to adopt it. We have to keep an eye open for it. Keep our eyes open for it. But it's gonna do something. Definitely. It was obvious it was gonna come, any moment, any day. How it's going to evolve, we'll have to see.
And it will probably also change the way customers or consumers are searching on the internet.
Yeah, definitely. We see Google adapting Gemini within the browser. Also, Google launched UCP, the Universal Commerce Protocol. So that's definitely, it's not just ChatGPT together with Shopify. It's going to be an industry-wide implementation where in probably maybe the upcoming weeks or months, it's not going to take years, the adoption rate will increase, and all of the other e-commerce platforms out there will have to follow. I must say it was very innovative from Shopify to jump on it as one of the first ones, as the first one. But it's going to be implemented in a very high rate all over.
Yeah, because I did some reading as well, and what I learned from that protocol is that with that protocol, it's also possible to provide customer information, loyalty information directly into the AI agents. Yep. So if I understand it correctly, that means then when I'm on the AI agent, I announce myself, then I'm going to earn the same loyalty points and loyalty discounts as I was on the storefront of that brand or that B2B store.
Correct, and that's something where Google and UCP went for the extra mile. It's not just about the sale on a ChatGPT-like conversation, but it's really omni-channel based experience, just in including the whole AI sale with the whole experience around, whether it's an in-store sale or an online on your own sales channel, or via some kind of chat. The whole loyalty indeed will be included.
Yeah. And then probably in the some years from now on, you can also think about AI agents who are going to purchase for a business.
Yeah, for now it's just a sales channel. It will be still you and me looking for a product, but instead of Googling it, buying it from an agent. But there will be a point that our agents will be deciding whether or not this specific white sneaker will be fitting you, and they will purchase, and therefore it will be a bigger challenge to be on top of the game for those agents.
So to summarize, the UCP protocol has been announced. So in the United States, they are already playing around with it to see how it works. Mm-hmm. So we in Europe, we need to keep our eyes and ears open and see when it's coming to the mainland here in Europe. But merchants can already start thinking about their content. Is their product content, for example, already on the required level?
Is it AI optimized?
Exactly, is AI optimized? So they can already start working on that part, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah, we have been investing in SEO for years, but we need to make sure, and that's something we as agencies are also actively involved in, making sure that those AI agents are able to scrape and find all of that content on our merchants' platforms.
So the main message is, if you're on Shopify, try to be aware of what's coming and be prepared. Because it will definitely come to Europe on a short notice.
On a very short notice. Update 3, storefront testing with native A/B testing and shopping simulation.
Indeed, Glenn.
What does that mean? What's A/B testing, maybe first?
Well, A/B testing is actually that you are going to develop 2 different variants of an adjustment or a front-end change, and that you're going to deploy them both to the front end. But let's say a number of people are only seeing variant A in the front end, and other people seeing variant B in the front end. And then you're going to, by their experience, you can measure all kind of elements in a tooling, and based on those key figures, you can decide, hey, variant A is the best for my users, or variant B is the best, and then you're going to implement the winner.
So in the end, the one with the highest conversion wins.
Well, it's not always conversion related. You can also create a test, for example, which button is being clicked most to come from a collection page to a product detail page,
Right.
or which text, and when you change a text to a button, which text is better.
All right. I always found it really hard to implement A/B testing, and for years it felt like something only the big ones out there were able to it. So having it implemented into Shopify opens it up for basically everyone.
That's true. That's also our experience at Fight Club. We do a lot with A/B testing, CRO, all kind of optimization of processes, and in all the cases we worked with other tooling outside the platform.
Extra costs involved. Extra
That's true.
expertise.
So it was extra complexity plus extra cost, and those tools were pretty expensive. So a lot of merchants didn't decide to work with A/B testing because the costs were simply too high. And with this new tool at Shopify, it's a native tool inside the Shopify core system. It's accessible for every merchant who are using Shopify.
I personally love it. I hate it when we are at a board meeting and everyone has his own ID or just his general feeling about whether or not some specific change or feature would whether or not work. In this case, we can just figure it out. We can run all kind of tests and see which one runs best results. And there is no more feeling, no more interpretation. It's just hard numbers.
Exactly. So it's not gut feeling anymore. And that's about A/B testing. Together with this tool, there's also another tool implemented by Shopify that's about shopping simulation. So that means that it pretends that thousands of customers already are on your shop and using your functionality which you want to implement. And based on that simulation, it will tell you, hey, maybe you need to change this, or maybe you need to change that, because when you do that, that will probably give you more results. Well, that kind of process now you can simulate. So, even I think with that tool, you can already start from a higher level, developing the right changes and functionality in your storefront.
It's also available today?
It's also available today.
No more excuses to start improving your website.
Exactly.
Nice. Update 4.
Well, update 4 is the capability of global expansion support in the Shopify platform.
Okay. What does it mean?
Well, it means that Shopify is providing the merchants functionality to easily expand globally to other markets without adding complexity to it. In Shopify, there's a new market structure where you very simply can add new markets, new regions, and then per market you can have different content. You can have for B2B, for example, different B2B checkouts. So in B2B a customer has in the Netherlands certain payment terms that can differ in other markets and other regions. You can work, of course, with all kind of currencies, shipping costs, all different per market. And you can manage that from one core platform, and you don't need, I think that's another very big advantage, you don't need different storefronts. So it's actually one portal, one storefront, but that storefront is presented to different markets with different content. And
So basically, there's no more excuses for retailers to not try out new markets because the rate of adoption is so low, and it's very easy to just even try out new markets.
Yeah, it is very easy. So there's absolutely no excuse anymore to open a new market. Of course, you need to think about customer service and shipping stuff and that kind of things. But the technique is already there. In Shopify, you can support new markets very easily.
But especially our clients who are only active in Europe, whether or not they're active in 2 countries or the whole of Europe, they can just expand really, really fast.
Yeah, with a very fast time to market. So it's giving the B2B merchant a lot of new opportunities, and there are no borders anymore.
No, so no more excuses. Expansion and sales goes up.
Yeah, so if merchants have questions about that topic, I think they can explore the platform by themselves, and otherwise they can reach out to Fight Club or to Take the Lead, so we can help them with those processes as well.
The last one, number 5.
Yeah, number 5, Shopify has also released a lot of new native tools to support the B2B functions. So let's talk about that.
All right, let's run through it. First one.
Yeah, the first one which I want briefly discuss is there's a new way of supporting returns. Returns is always a challenge, and now especially for B2B, Shopify released an update that you can support returns with store credit. So that means you don't have to pay back money, but you can create a store credit. That store credit is registered on that specific customer, and the next time the customer is coming to your platform and wants to buy or wants to purchase something, he can pay with that store credit.
Okay, it means that less money is going back and forth.
Less money is going back and forth, but also less friction, less automated hassle on both sides. So I think a win-win situation for everyone, I guess.
Very nice. Second one?
Well, the second one is that we can now work with dynamic payment terms. So not static. So payment terms for all customers, but you can work with different payment terms based on customer characteristics or region or so whatsoever.
So every client has their own conditional payment terms.
That's
within
Shopify. That's absolutely possible. Yeah.
Nice. That's very common in B2B.
Yeah. Well, I think the next one is also very common in B2B. That you can work with quotes. You can work with quick order overviews from an B2C perspective. It's always a P2P buying one. But for B2B, it's more common that you work with other quantities, with also with volume discounts. Well, all those features are now embedded into the platform.
It's definitely some B2B features that B2B retailers expect by default. But of course, we all know that Shopify B2B came from a long way. But we see the rate of innovation and implementation goes so fast that as a B2B platform, they don't have to. Yeah,
that's true. Shopify started as a B2C platform, but nowadays I think B2B is not a side feature anymore.
Nope.
It's really part of their core system.
They're definitely a real competitor for B2B, other B2B e-commerce platforms out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for agencies as us, I think that will be the biggest opportunity for us to support all kind of businesses who don't have a portal yet or have an old legacy system. We can help by supporting them with the SaaS solution of Shopify, which brings a lot of advantages.
A very interesting one. The next one.
Omnichannel was always a thing, especially for B2C. But we see also processes with B2B customers who wants to involve omnichannel processes. And pick up in store is one of those. That process is now fully supported into the platform. So you can support pick up in store when a person or when someone is buying products online. It's not going to have to send with home delivery or with transportation, but you can also pick it up in a store, or even do a local pickup. Is also possible with B2B.
This really pushes the omnichannel experience.
Yeah, indeed. And also for let's say for pop-up stores or pop-up locations, you can even start working with Shopify POS to support those processes as well.
Nice. Last one, but not least, we have a bonus.
The last one is also introduced recently by Shopify. That Shopify is supporting all kind of EDI processes. EDI, of course, is very common in B2B. I think the term stands for electronic data interchange, and that starts way back in the past. Everything now is digital. Everything now is integrated. But working with the EDI standards was till this year not possible in Shopify, and Shopify made it possible that customers can also work with the EDI format data.
For us, it means that not just low market B2B players, but also enterprise B2B players are now being enabled to use to Shopify B2B.
More and more, because those players are probably also working with a lot of integrations with all kind of ERP systems, and also the ecosystem of Shopify is providing more and more out of the box integrations with those kind of ERP systems like Business Central or custom. With Fight Club and you also build custom integrations.
Definitely.
We built our own middleware connected to Shopify, and we are able to connect that middleware system also to other systems with APIs or FTP or whatsoever.
Every day we see less excuses why Shopify, especially Shopify B2B, would not be recognized as an enterprise platform. Now,
I think there's one other feature which I shortly want to pay attention to, and that's the self-service portal inside Shopify. In Shopify, each customer can log in and, of course, can have an overview of their orders. But in that self-service portal, the customers can also manage their returns. So when a customer wants to announce a return, you don't have to call customer service anymore. You don't have to send an email to the businesses, but they simply go to their account page, select the order, select the item which you want to return, and push the button. And with that message is coming into the Shopify admin of the merchant, and look to the announcements and approve the announcements or dismiss, and then the merchant can fully manage the returns in that portal.
I can already imagine back office teams will love this.
I think it is.
We have one bonus.
We have one bonus. Besides these tools, there is another announcement made by Shopify called the product network of Shopify. We are not fully informed about all the pros and cons of it.
It's very fluffy.
It is a bit fluffy, but for B2B commerce, I think it's really a great opportunity.
So maybe first, What does it do?
Yeah, the idea is that B2B customers can activate the product network, which means that products in their own Shopify environment will be provided to all kind of other Shopify merchants in the ecosystem. So the idea is that the B2B customer has his own Shopify with, let's say, 1,000 products. Those 1,000 products are presented in his own web shop. But now, with one click of a button, he can say, okay, those 1,000 products are only a selection of those 1,000 products. We can also make them available for other Shopify merchants.
That sounds great.
Well, it is great. It is, I think, an extra sales channel. And of course, there are a lot of questions still to be answered.
Definitely.
How about logistics? How about finance? How about payment? Well, that's something we'll definitely will be informed the next couple of months. But the idea, I think the architectural idea really brings opportunities for a lot of B2B customers.
Definitely. It feels to me like it's some kind of dropshipping implementation where you can enable extra products, whether or not you have to store them, you have to ship them out yourselves, but you at least can start providing them on your own sales channels. And as a merchant, you can your reach out is so much larger. But indeed, it's all unknown how it's gonna be working in practice.
Exactly. But one thing is for sure, it's inside the Shopify platform. So you don't have to set up integrations with carriers or with other parties or with another drop shipment supplier. No, the B2B merchant is actually the drop shipment supplier. But under the hood, integrations of Shopify are being used to provide product data to other merchants to support the sales processes.
So if you're not on Shopify B2B yet another excuse to get on board and get into the ecosystem.
Yeah, I think this is an example how Shopify thinks about the future of commerce. So we talked about some updates, Glenn. If we should take one takeaway from this winter edition, what would you say?
Definitely Sidekick.
Yeah, and why?
It's so versatile and it enables so many options, both, as we discussed, back office analytics, improvements in sales, as well as low-level development challenges and opportunities. And it is out there today. It's very easy to start enrolling it. There's a lot of B2B topics we've discussed which are not that easy to implement for all of those B2B merchants, for example, the EDI. But Sidekick is so low entry. Anyone should start using it today and start seeing what it could do for you.
I agree with you. On the other hand, when I'm looking to the editions from a bit broader perspective, I would say that my biggest takeaway is that Shopify is really investing in B2B in its core. In the beginning, Shopify, the focus was more B2C, but the last couple of years, it's more shifting towards B2B. And that's my biggest takeaway. It's not longer a side feature. No, B2B is really in the core of its platform.
Yeah, and not necessarily meaning they are not investing in B2C anymore. For me, it's very clear it's one platform who can cover both markets.
That's true. And that's also the vision of Shopify. Shopify wants to make commerce available for everyone, everywhere.
Definitely.
I think that's maybe a nice summary to close this episode. And hopefully, when merchants are convinced and they are time-strapped, start with the small things, and the small things can really have an added value, make a real difference from the first day onwards.
But every step counts.
That's true.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this Pact podcast, and we hope that you will be there next time.
And that's Pact. If you take one thing from this conversation, let it be this. You don't need to be the biggest player in the market to outsmart and outperform. If you're ready to stop playing by the giants' rules and start writing your own, we're here to help. Visit us at fightclubagency.com/pact to get packed with the full show's notes and download our one-page strategy blueprint. Or follow us at Fight Club Agency on Instagram for our daily tips and tricks. Until next time, for new insights on how to outsmart and outperform.